Hello again. We have another edit tutorial for lucy-books.com. Mark Saluk, a new WordPress website owner, has a list of things that just will be helpful for him to continue in being able to maintain his site, edit and update the site himself. So we are creating the series of videos not only for him, but for anyone who would just like to learn more about maintaining their WordPress website. One note, we are using the Divi theme for this website. So the Divi theme WordPress website builder is what we will be using and talking about in this tutorial. So one of the questions is how to add or edit a photo gallery. And we have galleries on different pages of the site. The one we're going to look at is on the home page. So we're going to navigate to pages in the sidebar menu here. And then the list of his pages will pop up, and we are concerned about the front page or the home page. So we're going to go to edit with Divi. Again, we're using the Divi Builder. So we're going to go with edit with Divi. And then how we know that we are in editor mode is when you hover over a section, you'll get the little module toolbar that pops up over each section, letting me know I can edit that. I can copy it. I can go into edit. I can move it around on the page. So there's some different options there. What we are concerned about right now is going to this photo section, photo gallery that we've added. These are all people who have purchased Mark's book or spoken with Mark and after purchasing his book and took a photo with him signing their book, or just of themselves holding the book, or the book's placed somewhere. And they just shared that with him so that he would know, one, that they bought it, and then they shared their thoughts below. We've added some reviews from people who have read his book. And so this is just a fun way to share other people who have found Lucy's way. And to edit this section, to add or remove photos, we're simply going to hover over until we see that toolbar, and we're going to click on module settings. And now here, the very first section under the content tab is images. These are all images that are currently rotating in that gallery. To add or remove any of these, we'll simply go to where we see a blank spot and we'll click on that plus sign. And now anything in this media, this is the website's media library. So any graphics, anything that we've uploaded to use in the site is located here. But what also is happening, not every graphic is going to show up in that gallery that we put on that front page. We only want the photos that people have shared with him with their copy of his book. So if it has a check mark, that means that we've decided it meets that criteria and we want it to show up in that section. So that's why those are check marks. If we accidentally put something in the gallery that we don't want to show up there, we would simply uncheck it right there. And now it's not going to show up in the gallery when we go back to it. But we do want that photo to show up. And so we're going to keep that checked. If I wanted to add something that's not currently in it, I could either check it if it's already in the media library, and now that will show up, or I could go to upload files. If I have a new file that I want to add to the media library and put into this gallery, and then I would just click on select files. It's going to open up my computer file explorer, and I would be able to navigate to that photo. I don't actually have a photo to add right now, so we're not going to do that step, but you would follow the prompts here. If that is something that you would want to do, you would find the photo, click on the photo, and then add it, and then make sure that it is checked. Another little note in this section is the details of the photo. So right now, the photo that we have selected, The attachment details are over here on the right. The alt text, for accessibility, if someone is having this read to them and they're not able to see the photo, this would tell them, their screen reader would tell them 2 copies of Lucy's Way marked with library seal. Pretty cool. And then the title, caption, and description. Those are all filled out for this particular photo. Each image has its own image details. It makes sense. You trust me, you will be happy. Your future self will be happy if you go ahead and put in all these details. Just make that a habit. When you add a new file to your library, go ahead and add all these details. Again, it will make your future self happy. So you'll get in the habit of doing that, so you don't have to go back and do it in bulk later and spend that time later. Now, everything that's checked is in the gallery, so we're going to hit select. We have these images showing up as random image order. You can change that to be default, and that would just keep them in the order that you've added them. What we like about random is that every time the page loads, they show up in a different order, and it just gives them all time on the front page without having to go to a different page to see that particular photo. They all get a chance to shine on page 1 on the home page in the gallery. I think that's pretty much it for that. Oh, again, just a note, we've did this in a previous video, but anytime you make changes to the page, those changes are not live until you save the page. So we may have changed our settings in that module, but we've not saved it in the page. So even though we didn't make any changes, I'm just going to go ahead and go and do this for good practice. Now I'm going to hit save to save that page. And now we can leave the page and know that everything that we did, our work was saved. And that is it for now. Thanks.